Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Erica Bivens, filling in for Sandra Gumansing. Topping this newscast, a fire in Cruz Bay, St. John burned down much of Cafe Roma Sunday afternoon. These pictures were sent in from Jason and Jen Barnett of St. John. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Daryl George, Fire Service Assistant Director, told News 2 one firefighter was injured.
One firefighter sustained a laceration to his hand. There were no other injuries. Upon arrival, fire crews found heavy dark smoke and gray smoke, bright orange flames coming from the upstairs of the restaurant roof area. Firefighting operation was set up and forced entry was made through the front door, also through a window on the second floor. The fire was brought under control within 45 minutes, but the crews had to spend additional time ripping down a drop ceiling where the fire had become trapped up in the ceiling.
Well, Monday was opening day for the new Peters Rest Convenience Center. Waste management officials announced Friday that the new facility is open for residential use only, starting at 6 a.m. April 22nd. The trash center is a manned facility that accepts residential waste, and they're designated areas for specific types of waste. Operating hours are from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturdays. Now on Sundays and holidays, the center is open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Well, officials from the Broadband Technology Opportunities Program were in the territory last week, and after a week-long review, they gave the Virgin Islands Next Generation Network a thumbs up. News 2's Erica Parsons has more on VINGN's progress.
A review team was in the territory all last week to observe VINGN's progress on the high-speed broadband development project they've been working on. And during a meeting at Government House Friday, they told Governor DeYoung that VINGN is on target.
The federal partners have come down to see the progress we're making, part of their constant sort of vigilance in terms of auditing the program, making sure the program is going the way it should. They came away very comfortable. They see what we're doing. The paperwork is in place. The progress is being made. And I think they also, most importantly, see the receptivity of the community to the projects.
Federal officials from the Broadband Technology Opportunities Program were the ones making the review. According to a statement from Government House, they got the opportunity to visit ongoing construction efforts and the public computer centers. They also received updates throughout the week on fiber installation and construction on all three islands, including the purchase and installation of equipment, development of fiber access points, as well as the opening of 7 public computer centers and the SBA Business Hub on St. Croix. The multi-million-dollar project is federally funded by 4 grants from the Broadband Technologies Opportunities Program, and Governor DeYoung said this project is helping to create jobs.
There was clearly a need in the Virgin Islands for the internet access, the ability to afford the internet, and at the same time be able to achieve economic diversification. The online jobs that individuals are now able to apply for, the digital literacy, the ability to go to our training hubs, gives an ability to really sort of broaden job opportunities. And when all is said and done, this really is about job opportunities.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
Federal officials were also updated on job training and placement activities, execution of contracts with a training vendor, and the development of a public marketing campaign. Well, a 22-year-old man is dead after a single car accident Sunday on St. Croix. Police say they were called to a vehicle fire around 5:30 a.m. near the Get and Go gas station in Estate Pleasant on Sunday. When they arrived on scene, they found the victim identified as Raymond Reyes on the ground next to the burning car. EMTs transported Reyes to Juan Louis Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. Preliminary reports indicate the car was traveling south on Route 705 when it hit a tree and skid across the street before catching fire. No one else was in the car, and there were no other injuries. Well, another 22-year-old was killed over the weekend on St. Croix. Police say they were called to investigate a shooting at UVI Friday night. They were told around 11:40 that a gunshot victim, later identified as Troy Joseph, was being treated at Juan Louis Hospital. Police were unable to question him due to the extent of his injuries. Witnesses say Davis was in the parking lot when he began to yell that he was being robbed. At least one shot was heard, and a suspect was seen running away. Witnesses say it was too dark to get a description. Davis later died of his injuries. Well, the Virgin Islands communities are mourning the loss of longtime educator Dr. Pearl Varlack. Varlack, a native of the British Virgin Islands, passed away April 12th in New York after a brief illness. She was a former professor and longtime member of the UVI community, working there for more than 30 years before her retirement in 1999. Varlack was also one of the founding members of the League of British Virgin Islanders and a strong pillar of the organization. Funeral services are scheduled for Tuesday in New York. A memorial will be held at a later date in the BVI. The territory is also mourning the loss of St. Croix Majorette's founder, Celia Maldonado. Both Governor John P. DeYoung Jr. and Delegate to Congress Donna Christensen offered condolences to the family. Maldonado established the St. Croix Majorettes in 1974. She was well known for her tireless efforts with the young majorettes and her many contributions to the youth of St. Croix and beyond. News 2 also extends our condolences to both families. Turning our attention stateside, Boston is marking 1 week since the marathon bombings with a moment of silence this afternoon. The surviving suspect is still in serious condition and has been formally charged. Edward Lawrence is in Boston with the latest.
Bells tolled across Boston after the city held a moment of silence to mark the 1-week anniversary of the marathon bombings. The bombing suspect faced a judge from his hospital bed this morning. Johar Sarnaev has been charged with using a weapon of mass destruction and could face death. The 19-year-old has been responding to investigators' questions in writing because an injury is preventing him from speaking. CBS News has learned his answers suggest Johar and his brother Tamerlan acted alone.
He's not saying that there is a whole second wave of plots or plotters here. Still, there are places where they made the explosives and other things to find, it sounds like.
Investigators are trying to determine what the brothers were doing leading up to the bombings and immediately after. Authorities are focusing on a recent trip Tamerlan took to Russia, and they want to talk to his widow. Luis Vasquez went to high school with the older brother and coached the younger one.
I've been saying all along the crime does not fit the memories at all, and it's not to defend them or anything, because I'm not doing that at all.
This is the first day back to work for people in Boston since police shut down the city last week. Many stopped by this memorial here at the finish line to pay their respects. They're dropping off flowers and notes. Many want answers from Johar.
Not sure that anything that he might say really would make the city feel better, but it would be nice to know why somebody would do that.
Funerals are taking place for the victims. Mourners in Medford gathered to honor 29-year-old Crystal Campbell, one of the 3 spectators killed in the blast. Edward Lawrence for CBS News, Boston.
Keeping our eye on the economy, stocks opened higher on Wall Street. The market is poised for a rebound after finishing its worst week since November. Hasbro and Halliburton profits beat Wall Street expectations, but Caterpillar, a big indicator of economic growth, cut its outlook for the year following a dismal quarterly report. This is the New York Stock Exchange with Scotiabank's Stock Market Watch. Everything up, Dow 19, NASDAQ 27, S&P 7. Coming up on News 2, in honor of Earth Day, Coral World held a cleanup. Plus, the sweet sounds of Steel Pan, highlights from Sunday's Steel Band Jamboree, and more in our Carnival Corner. We'll be right back. On Saturday, Coral World, Blue Flag, USVI, and the Young Professional Network, as well as community volunteers, took part in a cleanup at Koki Point in honor of Earth Day, which is today, Monday. The volunteers cleaned up Koki Point Road and the beach and also spent the day educating the community about how pollution on land directly affects water quality. The park also displayed exhibits for the public to see the importance of watershed management and conservation, which was this year's theme. Well, the Virgin Islands University Center for Excellence in Developmental Disabilities and the Virgin Islands Autism Network partnered up to hold the 6th annual Conference on Autism. The conference, which kicked off at the University of the Virgin Islands ACC building on St. Thomas, provided important information to the bevy of psychologists, nurses, and students in attendance about the signs of autism and the importance of early intervention. The traveling conference made its way to the UVI St. Croix campus on the following day. Well, Friday was the official opening of Carnival Village this year, and it's named in honor of Sir Frederick Anthony Larson. A ribbon-cutting ceremony and presentation took place at Chico's Tropical Paradise. News 2 was there and brings you the highlights. On Friday, a ribbon-cutting ceremony officially opened the 61st Carnival Village, setting the tone for Chico's Tropical Paradise, which is named in honor of Sir Frederick Anthony Larson.
Congratulations to Sir Larson and his family.
Dignitaries invited visitors and residents to experience all that Carnival has to offer.
Carnival is a showcase of our culture. It's not only us Virgin Islanders, we have Caribbean people, we have people traveling from all over the world to take part in our carnival.
All the members of the legislature, we are very pleased to support Carnival, and we'll continue to do that as we see this as an opportunity for economic activity, but more importantly for us to fellow together, continue again to know one another, appreciating who we are as a people with all of our color and diversity.
But Friday's message was clear. Safety is the key to a successful carnival.
We have some little trouble here and there, but not no big thing. So I want each and every one of you and everybody within the sound of my voice to continue enjoying yourself the best way possible, and that is violence-free.
Notify a law enforcement officer immediately if you see something that you think we need to address. Let us intervene timely, reducing the possibility of disrupting the function that is taking place.
Following the remarks, awards were handed out. Best booth went to booth number 5. First runner-up was number 27, and booth number 4 took second runner-up. From there, the rides and games opened up in the Children's Village, and nightly entertainment began in the Adults Village.
Let's show our appreciation by buying a friend a plate of food, a little drink, and say, Happy Carnival.
We'll have more on the Village honoree Sir Frederick Anthony Larson Thursday in our Carnival special. Meanwhile, crowds were drawn to the waterfront Sunday to witness the various Carnival water sport activities. Kicking off the day was the stand-up paddleboard race. Competitors of all ages took to the water on their paddleboards, defying current much of the way. Jet skis could also be seen racing in the harbor, and if you couldn't hear them, you definitely heard them. The loud engines of some of the fastest boats in the region also competed in the races. Well, continuing into the evening, students and various community organizations took to the stage at the Lionel Roberts Stadium for the Steel Band Jamboree. One by one, they each performed, and making their first public appearance this year was VI Montessori's Steel Voltage. Take a listen to some of those very talented groups. Great job to all those who performed. Now here's a look at some of the other carnival events coming up. On Tuesday, April 23rd, the preteen tramp kicks off at 6 p.m. from Rothschild Francis Market Square to the Village. Then the seniors make their mark during their Quelbe tramp at 8 p.m. On Wednesday, it's the Cultural Food Fair honoring Anne Maureen Henry at Emancipation Garden at 8 a.m. Don't miss Anne's Savory Delights. And of course, many will be gearing up for Juve early Thursday morning along Veterans Drive. That begins at 4 a.m. And don't forget, News 2 will be streaming both the Children's and Adults Day Parade Friday and Saturday. That's April 26th and 27th. Take a look at the screen for the website. We've also posted a link on our Facebook page. Stick around, your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.